Alright, apologies for that. Um, had a little hiccup. Had to help my girlfriend with something. So, apologies for that. We are back in it though. Yeah. It looks like took quite a long time to even load into the game anyway, so. Sorry. There we go. Alright, we are back in it. Sorry about that. Alright. Sorry, a little frazzled now. As we were talking about before, I think the video is actually deleted, so we actually just mixed draft law as well, so my bad, guys. My apologies. Well, we are back in it. What is wrong with the stream here? 1 second. Why is it so large? There we go. There we go. Alright. We have figured it out now. Okay, as I was saying, the video was deleted somehow, but as I was saying before, I think both teams have pretty solid team comps here. We did get a little bit late into loading into the game, but I think Team How's team comp in general has a pretty good shot against the all-in team comp of IQ. Good trade coming out from Crow. Pretty standard gameplay right now, not a lot going on. And Beauregard going in on the Dragula. He does not have his W yet, so he's able to take that slingshot to the face. Dragula doing well to gain some damage back, though. Pretty heavy farm pass in the bot lane there. It's really hard to do anything against a Yuumi Ezreal, even as Leona. So nice poke coming down from Mind Static. Rihi asserting his dominance on this Ezreal in the mid lane. Kind of surprised it went through, but I think Team How has the team to manage. Nice shield coming down from the Yuumi. Very nicely done. And a good return. Is Mind Static just going to go on in here? Nice flash coming out of Rihi, but might just be a kill going down onto him. And it looks like Old Crow will fall first, but Old Crow did get the first blood and the support gold. This could just be an all-in. Very nicely done by Mindstack. Good kill. Super Noon's probably gonna have to flash out here. No. Just walks out. Very nicely done by the How's bot lane there. Kind of a wet noodle fight going on in the top lane. That's pretty much standard for this team. And a nice, oh my god, I blinked once and I missed the kill. Nice kill from Dragula coming down onto Beauregard there. And Old Crow's going all in. A very nice kill coming out of Crow as well. Kills all across the side of the map. Super moves hang up on the side of the wall there, but and this will be General Kermal coming in, and that will be my set going down. D'Artagnan does have his passive, but I don't think it'd be contested. D'Artagnan will just be going down. Nice plays coming out of Hal, but overextending just a little bit. Dragula staying at low health up here as well. Let's get the scoreboard up. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. My bad. I'm dropping the ball this game, guys. There we go. And that will be Gentle Criminal also getting the shutdown on Crow there. Very nicely done for coming out of IQ. And a little bit of an overextension coming out of POW as well. They played really well going into those fights, but just the overextension kind of threw it off. It looks like MyStack does have his like early two item power spike here in the Sheen and the tier. D'Artagnan is here, but I don't think it doesn't look like they're looking to go for anything. Drago is playing a dangerous game, staying in lane this long. He needs the back. He's not going to get any of the CS anyway. Overall, just a really bloody fight game so far. Exciting to see. It looks like MyStack will just try to shove this wave in, maybe do it cheater back, maybe get a door. Probably just a longsword, or he might just stay. I would like to see him contest this scuttle. Zesty Queso is on the bottom side as well, so this scuttle is going to be a priority coming up here in a couple seconds. It looks like Super Noob also has the same idea here, but it looks like D'Artagnan will be. No, he will be paddling down towards the river. This might just be a fight coming out. The Super Noob getting the rotation off. The flash having to come out for D'Artagnan since he had just used this elastic slingshot. I feel like that is a slight misplay coming out of Team Hal. They could have rotated up and fought that. But maybe they thought it was just better to play it safe. Crow definitely putting up a fight in this mid lane though. He is about 8 CS up with another kill. So good job on him. And he's had a lot of success on his champion in past games. It looks like IQ will be starting up the dragon. D'Artagnan just getting chunked. And it will be a really early dragon go over this side of IQ. And it will be a mountain dragon. Not that big of a deal in the early game, but it might cause issues as Vigo and Camille start to get tankier. Drago going for the trade, about equaling out, but he is down about 35 CS. So this is a rough matchup coming out for Drag, and I think a lot of that just had to do with him staying too long. Ganking the top lane here. It doesn't really matter. Drag gonna just kind of BM that a little bit. Drag did have to pull a flash though, so that is a flash for his Poppy coming out here. He does have flash ignite up. Ooh, very nice. Very nice chain C coming out. Dragula and D'Artagnan. This will be a kill going down on the Bone Regard though. I don't think Slingshot is up for a little bit longer here. Very nice flash W coming out. Camille to get the slow and the heal and the extra damage. Nicely done on the side of IQ. I think Hal played that a little badly. I feel like Dragula could have been a little farther up to get that chain CC a little bit easier. but regardless, IQ was there and they got the 2 kills out for it anyway. I would assume that Ezreal at least has a Phage buy here, which is why he's backing. There it is. It will be the Phage and Boots. He will be going into the Divine Thunder this game, which I think is the best build for him right now. About 1,700 gold lead on the side of IQ as well, which is pretty significant in 10 minutes. Not too much so, definitely not the highest I've seen in the league so far. But I would like to, probably a large chunk of that is over to the Camille. About 700 gold on the Camille up. Zesty Queso has about 500 up. And Tristana is about 700 up. Alright, and they are dancing around the Rift Herald here, but the side of IQ seems to have more team members here earlier on. It will be Super Move going for the engage over the wall, and Darktavian trying to save Dragula. The rotations aren't there, and that was just a bad team fight coming out of Hal. Ezreal is down bot lane with the Yuumi. It's a 3v5. You saw the entire team there. You just need to back out. And this might be a kill coming out onto Crow, but you will flash out. Very nicely done. Preemptive flashing is always the way to go, guys. Don't ever try and save your flash when you know there's a possibility of dying. But nicely done by IQ to rotate up for the Rift Herald there. It will be a 3,000 gold lead now on the side of IQ. The Rift Herald was not picked up, but 2 kills were. Tristana Leona trying to get the drop onto the Ezreal Yuumi here. Very nice Yuumi ult coming down to save the Ezreal. Does not land. Oh, the Q lands. Very nicely done. Alright, nice shutdown going on the Mind Stack there. Good job from Darktavian to land that Q and get the CC down onto the Tristana. Nice sidestepping coming out of Beauregard. Ooh, is this a dead Poppy? I think it is. It is. Very nicely done by Beauregard. Bonegarud, I guess is how you pronounce it. I'm not entirely sure, but nice 1v1 kill off of Bonegarud there. I think this is stuttering a lot. There we go. And it looks like Team Hal will be trying to sneak the dragon here. I think they should just burn it down and get out. Darktavian is not doing any damage to it though. This is really bad looking for Hal. Gentle Criminal on the side. The Solar Eclipse does miss. Darktavian flashes out. Ooh. Darktavian tried his best to try and get out of there, but not able to. They do pick up the dragon though, as some sort of little consolation for that missed team fight. Alright, and things have calmed down a little bit. People have made their backs. We do have Divine Thunder coming out for Ezreal, which is a big buy. The Mythic coming out for Ezreal before the Tristana is a big thing, so hopefully they can look to punish that. Looks like Dragula has a free lane to farm as well. But this might just be the bot lane turret coming down on the side for the side of IQ. And it is. Corki looking to go into the shield bow over the nice interrupt coming from the Zac there. We got the Yuumi ult coming down to get some CC. Zac in the Q. Oh, but it extends too far. We know the Viego's there, so they're just gonna try and back out. Dragula in trouble again. The nice Camille dodge. That was a little early on the Dragula there, but Bone Guru messes up his I don't know, what do you call it? Fucking slingshot? I don't know. Really doing well to clear the wave. His ultimate is up, so he might just be looking to roam here. With the side lane turrets down, he has a lot of pressure as this TF to get some roams off. Not a whole lot protecting the side lanes from Team Hao from just getting dove. So Team Hao really has to play these side lanes respectfully, or else they will fall. Super Nunu almost getting caught out by the Yuumi Ezreal, but no hard C on their side, so the Super Nunu was just able to walk out normally. And Dragula just getting abused in this matchup. Nothing he can do. He's just playing so unsafe. 6.5, no. About 5k gold lead, roughly? Yeah. 5.5k gold lead on the side of IQ. Zestigeso just looking to poke the big blob himself. There is 2 level advantage on the side of Zestigeso against Darktavian. Darktavian is having a really rough go of it this game. I do like the Zac pick in this comp, but I would like to see a little bit more CC coming out of the bot lane as well. I know Crimson Rose is more of an enchanter player, but you need some CC. You need some gank setup. Darktavian looking here on the Rihi. Does not have the vision though, no idea where he is. Super move looking for the engage, but does not land it. Darktavian just needs to farm, but his own jungle is like so unsafe right now because of the side lanes. Again, Camille is at double the CS of Poppy, and I think Dragula just stayed way too long in that lane with no health. And isn't able to even walk up for experience or CS. Like you need to back, even if it's just for an extra Ruby Crystal. Just back, get full health, get full mana. Bone Guru looking to even, wow, 5 level disadvantage from Darktavian and Bone Guru. Very nicely done. Darktavian just needs the ult. He does not get it off. His team does show up to help though. Nice stun coming out. Rihi does take down Darktavian. Dragula is gonna fall as well. They're trying the best they can here to pick up any sort of pieces. It looks like Rihi went a little too far with that turret, went under tower. Mindstack does, Crow does pick up a kill on the Rihi, but it was a 1 for 2. Camille does not have ultimate, but it was a really nice gank setup by Bone Guru there. Nicely done. It was a 1 for 2. They blew a lot of the important summoners in the cleanse and the flash and the Ezreal. The heal and the exhaust also came out for Yuumi, so they can easily take this dragon pretty uncontested. It looks like Dragula will be TPing in for this fight. Can they pick up anything? The Camille failed her hook shot. Very nicely done. 1 kill going down on the Mind Static. What is he looking for 2? He is not. Nice. Oh my god, nice. Nice buffer coming out of Darktavian there. And that will be a kill on the Crow. And Rihi has to flash out. Very nicely done by Darktavian to cancel that Tristana jump. So how bearing some teeth here. Like they're not letting this go without a fight. They did lose the dragon. That's unfortunate, but they came out with a what was it? A 2 for 0. So they got some retaliation kills in that fight there. Even Dragula's counter jungling his own jungle. Darktavian is so far behind at this point. He needs some of these resources in order to get back into the game. If they want him to survive in these team fights, he's just getting melted by absolutely everybody. And it looks like the Vigo is gonna forego the Blade of the Rune King this game, instead opting in for the Sterix. Nicely done by Bongru to wait on the slingshot there. And that will just be, wow, very nicely done by Bungrud. And this jungle just belongs to IQ. Like, all the outer turrets are down. We need some alteration wards to even get vision. You can't walk into this jungle with a 6-1 Camille just waiting to one-shot you. Like, what is going on? Darktavian didn't have passive. That was just a really greedy stay. Wow, Crow does do a lot of damage though. Very nicely done by Crow. Rihi did decide to go into the rapid gunfire. Yeah, rapid gunfire to get the extra range on his stuns. Just a really good fight starter. Jump the Chrome and Super Noob just shoving the top side, looking to get more objectives. And that's kind of the name of the game for IQ right now, as well as just picking up kills. They're just dominating in almost every area of the map right now, in almost every area of the game. The two backline carries for Sav Hao are picking up some steam here. Ezreal did his 2 power spike, as well did Corki. Corki still needs to get his IE in order to be doing a huge amount of damage, but if they can stall this game out, I think Hao still have a chance of winning. But you have to stop dying. You really do. You can't die this much. And a little lax here in the mid game. Everyone just trying to do their best to find some vision. Darktavian being a little ballsy, walking towards the river when that is IQ's river. Like, anything outside of your tier 2s as Hao now is not yours. So you need to respect this, or else you're gonna keep falling and falling and falling. You're still gonna keep getting picked out. The Camille pick here just doing a lot of work. Long range stun coming out of Rihi here. Over half healthing the Corki. Very nice damage. And again, even walking through this jungle, I see they do have some really nice pink wards to get some vision, but walking through this jungle is just really risky. You have so much initiation coming out of Rihi, out of Bungarud, even Zesty Queso. If he can land that W snare, that can straight up just start a fight. And that will be the third dragon going down for Team IQ. It will be an Infernal Soul, which is really good for the all-in-team comp of IQ as well, and just the high damage that they have. And I think IQ really played into the meta well in the terms of tanky bruisers. So you had the Camille, you had the Vigo, both bruiser champions that just kind of don't die, like, but they still deal out like the most insane amount of damage out of any champion. So I think IQ just really playing this meta correctly. Again, I don't think Hao's team comp is terrible. I think the execution on it was a little like bad. Dragula needs to stop staying in lane so long. The longer you stay in lane like that, the farther and farther you fall behind, and that's something you can't have into a Camille. Very lull here. Hal playing a lot more safe. If you look at the Hal's blue side map, look at all that vision. They're just looking here. And I think that was more along the lines for the dragon setup, but that's just a lot of vision. Almost every single inch of that jungle is viewable for Team IQ. And that's how they're getting these picks. And it looks like Bonergard is, or Bongarud, sorry, is again just chilling in the bot lane, doing that split push. No one can contest him at this point in the game. Not even Corki. Especially with GA on the side of Bongarud as well. And he's level 15, the highest level in the game. They really need to respect this. Really good job coming out, Crow, just to clear the wave, keep it pushed out so he can't be dove. Something that Corki's really good at, farming from a distance. Catch up by Drag, but it seemed a little ambitious. That will be the Vigo going out. Drag going for the Anathemas into the... I'm assuming he put that on the Bongarud. And Bongarud will just hop in. Long range stun coming out of Rihi, but Rihi is taking some damage here. Destroy the turret before he goes down. And that will be the all-in going on to the Mind Static there. Darktavian trying his best to keep the team off the turret, but it will not happen. Crow trying to dish out as much damage in the backline as he can. But it looks like this game just... They have no wave, actually. If they had a wave with that bot turret, this game would have been over. And again, it's IQ's jungle. They can't do anything. And I understand how frustrating that can be as a team. It's really frustrating. IQ setting up a lot of vision for the Baron here. And God, this game is looking so rough for the side of Hal. 11k gold lead over to IQ. They're on Soul Point. They're threatening the Baron here, which they can do hella fast with the Vigo, Camille, and Tristana. They have so much fight set up between Rihi's long range stun, Leona ultimate, Camille ultimate. Yeah, it's just absolutely insane. This team comp is looking to be one of the nastiest of the league right now. This is just total and utter mid-game domination coming out of IQ. And so it's a good team comp, and they're just playing it perfectly. They're finding the picks. Hal is walking into their own jungle like this. It looks like MyStack will hop into. Corki taking a lot of damage. He's going for the fight. He was trying to one-shot the Tristana, but it does not happen. Zesty Queso was on the back line of MindStack. MindStack could not help Crow there, and that was kind of a shame. Crow saw the initiate there, and he if he had some backup there, he might have been able to do something with it. Wow, a 7-1 Camille has the Ravenous, has the GA, has the Divine Sunder, working on the Sterix. This champion is posing such a threat to the side of How. And I understand leaving it up because then you can just pick Poppy, and I do get that. But then I think Drag needs to play that lane better. You cannot stay in lane so long like that. You cannot die needlessly like twice in a row. There's a lot of mistakes that was made in this. You guys are trying to fight the most fed member. This game is just over. Like, if they're gonna keep making plays like that, this game is over. That is an unkillable Camille right now. You need to fight, like, you need to kill the back line and then all focus on the front. But that also poses the issue of Camille just running down everybody. Camille is so strong right now. Man, this game is looking really rough. That is a really fed Camille. Rihi is also extremely fed. Everybody on the side of IQ probably has a significant gold lead against their lane opponents. This is a 1,400 gold lead, or 14,000 gold lead on the side of IQ. How desperately trying to get a fight here, seeing if they can pull out anything. It looks like not. It looks like IQ is just going to take the safe route. Oh, maybe not. This gold card comes out on the Poppy. She goes down. Bungaroo going in, looking to finish off the rest of the team. Bungaroo's GA will pop. And it looks like Rihi and Supermanu are just looking to end the game. Supermanu is going to die a turret. I feel like they can just pull the win out here. Most definitely. It's still 10 seconds on Darktavian. Bungaroo trying to fend them off, and it looks like game one will go over to the side of IQ. So honestly, just kind of unfortunate. IQ got that lead that they were looking for, that they needed, and there's nothing they could do. There's nothing that How could do. They kept trying to take fights that they couldn't win, and IQ was punishing him for it. All right, I will be right back. All right, we are back. My apologies for that. Um, we will get beginning ban phase underway here. I guess I accidentally ended the stream earlier, so the ban phases will not be in that VOD, unfortunately. All right, so IQ did take game one pretty decisively over Team How. Let's see how answers this. I would expect to see a. I would expect to see either a TF or a Camille ban coming out from Team How against IQ. Really nice showing coming out of Rihi and Bungarud. But it looks like they will stick with the Swain ban and a TF ban as well. The Galio will be banned out against Crow as well. And the TF ban coming against Rihi, that one was to be expected. I would also expect to see the Camille ban as well. After Bungarud's showing on it last game, even into a counter matchup, very nicely done by him. So I think a respect ban is in order for it. But it will be the Volibear coming out against Queso. The Camille is left up. Let's see what Hal prioritizes here. I know that Crimson Roses likes to play Enchanters, so I think a Seraphine pick would be nice here. But that all depends on what Team Hal is thinking in terms of their team comp. IQ does have the counter pick as well. So Hal really needs to set up a priority. And it will be the Tristana coming out. Again, it's such a high priority on this champion in the past couple weeks here. And what will IQ respond with? I'd be pretty remiss not to see the Camille again with such a nice showing on it last game. Nados will be coming out for the side of IQ. I know they really like to play the Nados Swain, but that doesn't seem to be, that obviously is not a factor this time, so I'm curious to see what they choose to go with it. And it will be Xayah. I don't think I've ever seen Gentle play Xayah, but on paper that's a pretty nice combo. A lot of CC between the two, a lot of safety on the Xayah as well, a lot of peel. So nice bot lane pick of IQ in my opinion. What will Hal couple with the Tristana though? I'd like to see some sort of all-in. I think Tristana Leona is probably one of the strongest spot lanes in the game right now, but it will be the Yuumi. As I said, Crimson Roses likes his enchanters. He does not like playing those front line engages, so that is not surprising to see. And I think Hal will prioritize a mid lane pick here as well, or a jungle pick. I honestly think the J4, and it will be the Vi coming out. Interesting pick into a Xayah. It's really hard to lock down the Xayah. If you can make her blow her ult, then it's like obviously then it's pretty easy. But getting that first initiation onto Xayah is pretty hard. So I think Vi's gonna have a pretty rough game. And it will be the Camille coming out again for Bungarud. It looks like IQ is leaning towards the Poppy ban this time as well. I'd expect to also see the Malphite ban, unless IQ kind of want to challenge themselves. Dragula had a lot of success on Malphite last week, and in previous weeks before that as well. So. And Olaf against the Queso, and then there's the Malphite ban against Dragula. 3 bans towards the top lane this game. A lot of respect towards Dragula as a player. It looks like Nocturne will be coming out for Zesty Queso. That could also be a mid lane Nocturne. Pretty nice flex pick. I think Nocturne is still viable in the solo lanes, just not overpowering like he was. And I think Rihi does like playing these roaming champions, these global champions. So it will be Gragas coming out. I would expect that to be a top lane Gragas. Body Slam pretty much has hitbox priority over every other tool in the game. So Camille's hookshot loses to Gragas Body Slam. Oh, Crow got his Vigo at last. I would highly expect that to be a Vigo mid lane, seeing as Vi was picked for Darktavian. So that will be a Gragas top lane with a Vigo mid lane. Exciting stuff coming out. And I think Vigo is actually a pretty solid pick into the Nocturne. He can outduel him. Maybe not in the early games, but... And it will be Nocturne jungle for Zesty with Rise in the mid lane for Rihi. Solid draft coming out of IQ. How going for the interesting draft. You don't see Gragas top lane a lot anymore, though I think it is still pretty good, especially into a matchup like this where Body Slam, like I said, takes priority over every other hitbox move in the game that comes to champion, into like hitting yourself into a champion like Sejuani Q. Gragas Body Slam takes priority over all of it. So I think that was a pretty spicy pick coming out from Dragula. And I'm excited to see what he can do with it. He can also use it against Nocturne. He can stop the Nocturne ult with his Body Slam. So interesting picks coming out for Hal. Let's see if they can make them work. Not a lot of EP though. I would expect Nocturne and Camille to both build some sort of AD heavy bruiser builds. I am ready. So it's gonna be a really interesting game. When it comes down to it though, I think the key to victory for IQ is to definitely get Bone Garud ahead and get that split pusher. Camille is so good at what she does as a champion. She is a split pusher. She can also be a major team fight influence with her ultimate, with her engage. But mainly she is a split pusher simply because of her dueling potential. The massive shield she gets against her target, the massive on-hit true damage, the singling out ulti where you can't run away, everything she does, everything in her kit kind of screams the split push. So I think they need to get Bone Garud ahead. I would expect Zesty Queso to focus a lot of his time and attention on the top side of the map again. Help Rise through that early game disadvantage he has as a champion. Get Bone Garud ahead. Yeah, and I think that's IQ's team, key to victory. On the side of Hal, I think it definitely falls into the bot lane. Get that Tristana ahead. You have the massive front line and the babysitting support that a hyper carry needs. So get the Tristana ahead. She can carry this game. I think the top side of the map needs to play very carefully, though. Obviously, in contrast to the IQ win condition. If they don't play carefully and Rise gets ahead and Camille gets ahead and Nocturne gets ahead, this game's going to be really hard for Hal because they have such strong backline dive in the Nocturne and the Camille that Tristana is going to have a really rough game. Tristana can obviously bust her shot her way to safety, but it's a lot more difficult to achieve than it sounds, because you have two targets jumping on you. You have the Nocturne on you, you have the Camille on you, and you only have one buster shot. You can hit both with the ability, but any respectable player will not let you do that because they know that that's what it does. Um, so I think they really need to play this front to back. Uh, and that's kind of the beauty of the IQ comp is if you play front to back, then you have the hyperscaling champions of Xayah and Rise on in the back line just chunking you down. If you play uh, back to front, so you try to take down their back line first, then you have the strong 80 bruisers of Nocturne and Camille going towards your back line. And the contrast to that is, are you strong enough to take down their back line, then fight their massive front line that just took out your back line? And that's kind of the contrast to that, and that's something you have to decide as a team, if that is something you are able to manage. I think definitely though Hal want to peel for the Tristana, keep Mindstack it safe and keep him dishing out damage. So I think that's both the teams' keys to victory there. Both what they want to do as teams, and all in all, I think IQ's team is a little easier to execute. And as I like to say, is like easy execution makes for an easy win. Um, if you have an easy to execute team, you already have the advantage. Um, Howe's team is a little harder to execute in the terms that they have to have a lot of communication. Um, they have to pick a target. They got one shot that target, and then they have to move on. And they have to communicate. You have to have all 5 people either on the Camille or on the Nocturne in order to take them down efficiently, and then move on without getting just absolutely bursted by the Xayah Rise. So a lot of communication is needed for the side of Hal. And I think that's why I'm going to say IQ is probably going to win this game. I am hoping that Hal can pull a win out here for my boys, but I honestly don't think it's going to happen. I think IQ definitely drafted very well this series, sticking around their strengths. But I really, really hope I really hope that Hal can pull out a win here. In terms of like what I would have liked to see out of Team Hal is I would have much rather seen more of a backline carry like Quirky. I think having the Gragas over the Poppy is a lot easier appeal. So if you would have played something like the Corki or Vladimir, or even picked up the Rise before Rihi did, I think you have the right amount of peel this game that you can dish out that backline damage. But choosing to play essentially just putting all your assets, all your resources into Tristana. Like, Tristana is their hope and dreams this game. So if she gets taken down, the rest of the team will surely follow. So they need to do their damnedest to keep Derek alive. Yeah, I don't think I've seen. Yeah, I don't think I've seen Gentle Criminal play Xayah. He's a big Samira person. He likes his Swain, which is why the ban is there. So I'm excited to see what he can do on the Xayah. Yeah, it's gonna be a. I think Howe's draft is definitely better this game. It wasn't terrible last game. It wasn't exactly like the best they could have done either. But I think they drafted better this game. But again, just choosing really hard execution team comps doesn't usually favor you too well. And we are about to head into game here. All right, pretty standard start coming out for both sides here. Just going towards their strong points, their entry points. I think Uni needs to get off and go protect an entry point.
30 seconds until minions
But
spawn.
placing a safe ward just in case. The Xayah Nautilus cheese is pretty strong level 1, so I think that was a really safe ward to play. And Yuumi is just a terrible level 1 champion. If you have to take heal as Yuumi, your lane is kind of just over. You get no you get no poke in the early game to set up for the level 2 fight. Let's set these around real quick. There we go. You get no poke in the early game to set up for the level 2 fight. You do have the heal to keep yourself healthy, but not a lot of poke on the side of IQ. So I think that ward was really good, just in case IQ were looking to cheese. Rihi definitely punishing this this matchup correctly. Starting W for that point and click poke. And getting all of his autos all attacks in. Very nicely done by Rihi. Crow did decide to go into the fleet footwork, which I think was the right move here. We do have a Hail Blades coming out. Ooh. Anchor just misses. We got the face rush for the Gragas, which I think is completely fine as well. Hail Blades Airy in the bot lane, also very good. We got the Aftershock on the Nautilus, we got the Lethal Tempo on the Xayah, Phase Rush on the Rihi, on the Rise, and then Lethal Tempo on the Nocturne, which is pretty standard. And then the Grasp in the top lane for Camille, which I think is also pretty standard. Unless you're going for super extended trades, Conquer is generally better, but I think Grasp scales pretty hard as well. Rihi doing a lot to disrupt Old Crow here. Good combo coming out of Rihi to return the damage. And Old Crow did opt into... Ooh, cannon miss coming from Mind Static. Old Crow did opt into the Doran Shield. Flash Initiate coming out of Vi. And this will be Rihi going down. Very nicely done by Old Crow and Darktavian. Good job from Old Crow knowing his damage. That will be the Flash Ignite resources coming out of Old Crow as well. Rihi using his teleport to get back in the lane. Push for the side of blue side though, so Old Crow should have a pretty safe back here and be able to get back to lane unless Rihi forces the wave in. Looks like he might be doing that as well. Nocturne spied out on the river by a Vision Ward, or not Vision Ward, a Vision... Don't know, Vision Plant, I guess. Dragula doing a little bit better in this matchup, opting into the Doran's Ring to get that little bit of extra poke and mana sustain. And it will be a 300 gold lead so far based on that. Ooh, very nicely done by Drag. If he would have reacted a little bit sooner to that, Bone would have taken an extra tower shot. Bone having the flash out. Oh, Dragula getting a little hasty there. Did not have his body slam up. Wondering what he was trying to do with that flash. So that is both top laners now without their flash. Ooh, another cannon miss by Static. That just feels bad. Darktavian trying to lead it. Not able to get it, though. He's just going to back in the bush, looking to get some pressure. Relieve Dragula for some CS. Mindstack having a hard time farming here. And it looks like oh, no. He was looking to get one more auto in for that extra damage, but not able to get it before he jumped out. Nice trade coming out of Mind Static though. It looks like Old Crow will be opting into a Phage early game. Going into that Divine Thunder, which I think is the right way to go. Dragula staying again, no mana. He really just needs to back out. Nice engage going on to the Rehe there. Can Crow return a kill? It will not be. It will be a flash heal coming out, Gentle Criminal. Darktavian going on to the Rise. Wow, Mindstack picks up 2 kills here. Very nicely done by Mindstack and Twins of Roses. And it looks like Erler did pick up the kill on the Rise in the mid lane there as well. Back up a little bit here. I want to see how... So Darktavian just move up here, and he did get that extended Q. Very nicely done. Wow. Very nicely done on the side of Darktavian and the entire side of Hal. We're just going to go back here. And it will be Hal picking up the first dragon of the game. Which will be a Mountain Soul as well. 700k. Oh, wait. 700k. 700 gold lead over to the side of Hal. Rehe doing his best to keep this wave shoved in. He's been getting picked on in the mid lane here quite a bit. Crow down quite a bit of CS as well. Gold lead, the gold is probably roughly the same. No, Crow has about 400 more, 300 more. 2 assists definitely doing work in that. Mindstack getting 2 early kills is really looks really good on the side of Tristana as well. And Dragula looking into those City boots. Interesting. I think it worked out for him there, but I think he really needs to save those body slams for when Camille tries the hook shot. So really the only way he can beat her in a 1v1. And Darktavian's here again. Darktavian. Ooh. Rehe goes down. Very nice ult by Dragula there to get Bungard back into his own lane. Vi does have ultimate. She is looking for the kill here. And the ultimate does go down. It will be a kill. Very nicely done by Darktavian and Dragula. How? Showing a completely different team from last game. Playing their team composition a lot better. Very nicely done. Ooh, nice root coming out Gentle there. Nato is choosing not to look into it though. Wow, that's a lot of damage from the Yuumi. Hal making a statement this game that they are not to be taken lightly. Sometimes you just have bad games. And Mindstack choosing to keep this wave pushed in. And they are looking to shut down Rehe this game as well. Darktavian has 3 kills. 300 gold shutdown. Darktavian, 150 gold shutdown to Tristana. The gold lead pretty substantial at 10 minutes here at about almost 1,000. Not too substantial, but that Yuumi damage is absolutely nutty. Even through bone plating. Ultimate's up on the side of Hal. They might be able to just look for an engage here. That is Xayah E down. If they wanted to fight, it would be now. Nice W to mitigate some damage there from Dragula. How do you spot the bot side of IQ running up? Maybe they are looking for a Rift Herald here. Maybe they're just helping Zesty secure the scuttle. Zesty hovering mid lane here, trying to get the gank off on Crow. Let's see if they can pull it off. Nice body slam coming out Drag, but he does take the extra Q damage. Zesty spending a lot of time hovering the mid lane here. Not getting much done. and that this will be drag going down, I believe. Yep. Little bit too preemptive. He needed to save his ultimate for when the oh, very nicely buffered by Camille. If Gragas would have saved his ultimate to knock Camille out of her own ult, he could have lived there. So I think it was just a little too hasty on the side of Dragula. And nice return kill coming from Darktavian. This will be Zesty going on to Darktavian. Both have a challenging smite. And it looks like Zesty will just take down Darktavian for 600 gold. Ooh. Nice flash. Will heal be enough? It will. Nice cleanse coming out Derek there as well to keep himself alive. Nice Q to stop the Zesty from getting up there. Rihi with the ultimate gank. Doesn't really get much out of though. Nice attempt. So Rihi did opt into going to Ninja Tabis as well. And it looks like they are lane swapping. Crow's probably just got the ult out here if he wants to stay alive. No. So Triforce coming out on the side of Camille there instead of the Divine Sunder. Interesting pick, especially given how bruiserish this front line for how is gonna be. So. And Dragula walking into the Camille. He is holding his ultimate. Very nicely done. Camille's ultimate was not up, so she could not buffer it. And it looks like Hal will be looking to just secure the dragon. They will. Very nice dragon secure. But it looks like Darktavian is going to get caught here. Old Crow second. They all coming out. And that will be Old Crow and Darktavian falling. Receiving the dragon for a little bit of consolation there. Bunguru taking a lot of tower shots there.
Turret plating will fall soon.
And a bush camp coming out from the side of IQ, looking to see if Stomp will step up. She is not going to take the bait, deciding to go back. I think she might have her Kraken Slayer here. Maybe not. I will give it to Darktavian in this game. He's been where he needs to be most of this game, making really nice plays all across the map. The CS differential coming into the gold lead here, about 1,500 gold down. It will be a Nocturne return gank, and it looks like Rihi will be going down. Can he get the? There it is. Very nicely done. Nice kills coming out for Hao. Very nice. Oh, very nice flash coming out drag. One more tower shot and Bone Garud would have been down, but very nice double kills in the mid lane for the side of Hao. Dragula is overstaying here. He cannot do this. Dragula. It looks like Dragula will be going into an Everfrost as well. He has the Kindle Gem. He has the Lost Chapter. Hal will be securing the Rift Herald as well. Looking for the kill onto Bone Garud. Not going to happen, though. Tristana all into the Rihi here with the Yumi's help. Oh, very nicely done. Yumi didn't use her ult initially there, which I think was kind of needed in order to win that fight. Gentle Criminal is spotted on a ward here. And Mindstack is choosing to back out. Cat in tow. Really aggressive play coming out Mindstatic. Does not get the kill. Can King Crimson clean it up? He cannot. Very nicely done on the side of IQ. Reheat baiting that perfectly. Even though How did see the bot side of IQ on the map. Interesting play. That will be the second turret of the game going down. Very nice, very nicely done. Nice chain C coming out. It will be a flash. Nice ultimate coming out of Vi to stop the blast cone. It will be an arc kill going down onto the Vi. Very nicely done by Dragula and Darktavian to pick up that kill. Chain C seeing the hook shot so that she couldn't go over the wall and she had to blow her flash. Darktavian doing a lot of work this game. 80% kill participation. It looks like Darktavian will be leaning towards a Thornmail second item, which I think is an okay build for the buy. They're just gonna have to treat Rise as more of the person they need to kill. Excuse me. It looks like the Vigo will be leaning towards a Blade of the Ruined King as well. Nice buffer coming out of Dragula there. Oh, he is caught out though. Tristana just has to hop out. Gets out of the tether. But is landed. Oh my god, that damage coming out of Camille Q. The true damage. The team fight just going the way of IQ indecisively. I mean, decisively. Wow, very nicely done by Bone Garud there. Land that max rating hook shot. And now it's Dragula just kind of being caught out in that fight. You can't be in a position where you can just be caught out like that. It's not okay.
There are two sides to every issue. My side and the
I'd very much like to see how I'd very much like to see like start grouping up. Like start like if you don't whoops, my bad. If you don't start grouping up, this game's gonna be lost. You need to play into your team fight. You need to play into your front to back team comp. You need to take down that Camille first and foremost, or else she is gonna just chunk Tristana down to bits like she did in that last fight. And a fourth of Tristana's entire health and one ability, and that's just the power of the Triforce enhanced Camille Q proc. So if How don't start grouping and start playing to their team fight strength, they're gonna lose this game, undoubtedly. So pretty standard vision clearing coming out for the side of How. They don't want a repeat of last game where they couldn't even walk through their own jungle safely. And it is really scary to walk through a jungle with a Camille in it. Camille can just hop out of nowhere and pretty much just one-shot you. And that's just the way Camille is, especially going into the Triforce build. It looks like she is going also into the Ravenous. So she is just looking to dive this backline and take them out. And then move towards the front line from there. But it'll be Darktavian's job to keep that from happening. It is a huge level advantage, by the way, for the ADC of IQ over the ADC of How. 2 levels is a big difference in this game. That's an ultimate level. That's your main damage level, or your secondary damage level. So How need to pick up their game here. They need to start putting resources into the hands of Tristana. A wise friend once told me that sharing experience is the worst thing you can do in this game. and that's exactly what How are doing. Um, they're running around as Ford, cleaning up wave by wave. If you're gonna look for a team fight, you have to engage it. You have to have the vision, and that's just something they don't have right now. They're letting Rihi just split push the bot lane with TP up. So look at that, like 3 people just shared experience in the mid lane. That's something you can't have, guys. Experience is so important in this game. Dragula getting caught by the Rihi here. Half his health gone just in a matter of 2 seconds. Rise scaling heavily. I think the Everfrost for the Gragas though was a really good pickup. It adds another small amount of CC, and this will be a dive going down onto the Dragula. Very nice body slam with the flash afterwards. Gentle Throne trying to set up the fight. Nice buffer. She did just use the E though, so that will be Jungle Kerma going down to the Tristana. Tristana looking for more. TP coming out from Rihi. Bungarud onto the Tristana here. Let's see if he can keep him alive. Bro needs to back up. No. He will try to take down Rihi, but it is unsuccessful. Darktarian does take down the Rihi. They're just going to have to fight this out. He has a Yuumi on his back. The Q does miss. He needs to get those procs for the auto attack. He needs to challenge this. He has a Yuumi on his back. Fight it out. Quit trying to stall. Hookshot coming out again. Darktarian flashes out. So I believe that went the side of 2-2 in that fight. Drago is just gonna have to get out here. Very nicely done. It was a 2-2 fight. Nicely done by How to bring it back there though. The gold lead is under 5K, so you're not doing too bad in that regard. But this Camille is a menace. Like, if you see a Camille on your main line on your main carry Tristana, you need to peel off of whatever you're doing and get that Camille off her, or else she's just gonna nuke her just like she did. IQ setting up for the dragon here. Nice chunk damage coming out from How, but IQ has the vision. If I were IQ, I would just start it right now. Force the fight. You have the vision. You have the setup. Vi going a little deep here. Getting caught by the Rihi. Just completely obliterated. Mindstack gets a return kill. That is Bungarud on it. Zesty Queso also getting onto the Mind Static. And Team How is just letting their backline die. You're just letting Tristana and Yuumi die. Like, that can't happen. It was a really nice flank coming out of Bungarud though. Very nicely played by him, and IQ will secure their second dragon. And they will use the Rise ult to get up towards the Baron. That is 2 Ocean Souls, and it will be 4 Oceans, 2 Ocean Dragons, which could potentially be 4 Ocean Dragons plus an Ocean Soul on the side of IQ, which is a huge thing. That is so much healing, even in the middle of team fights. So this game is not looking very spectacular for How. The gold lead goes up by about 8, almost 9K gold lead for IQ now. And again, this falls in line with communication. Like, I feel like Team How just are not communicating properly. Tristan should be, if I were Tristan, I would be screaming at my team right now, telling them, I need protection. Like, you need to protect the Tristana. Tristana is kind of building in towards that, into fighting the backline with the PD. But with such a fed Camille, she can't do anything against her. Tristana did use her Buster Shot earlier on in the fight to kill the Nautilus, but nice get out coming out of Mindstack there. It looked like it was going to be an endgame fight. If Mindstack died there, this game was over. And he's just taking the, oh my god, really risky way. Nocturne is going in. The Buster Shot comes out to protect him. The Vi ultimate a little too ham on the side of Zesty Queso. I would look for a fight here if I would drag. He does get the ultimate down. It does send Rihi into him. Drago does get hooked though. The Vault Breaker does hit the Rihi. Rihi does eventually go down. Mindstack is just dishing out damage in the backline. It looks like Dracula might die here. His E. Oh, the max range anchor. Very nicely done. Crow needs to defend Mindstatic here, and he does not. This game is, I believe this is just game. And that's a quadra kill going down on the side of Gentle Criminal. And I believe that is just game right there. House started that fight off so well. But once the Camille got onto the Tristana, the game was over. Crow was a little out of position. Wasn't able to properly peel for the Tristana. And this looks like it might just be a 2-0 for the side of IQ. Very nicely played by IQ. All right, well, there you have it, guys. I believe that was last game. And this was the draft for the first game, since for some reason it cut out or got deleted or whatever. I must have accidentally ended the stream. But very nicely played by IQ, picking a pretty easy team composition to play and executing it almost flawlessly. Their early game was a little rough. How we're able to pick up a few decent kills and get a slight gold advantage. But going into the mid game, they just weren't able to handle the Camille, weren't able to handle the Nocturne. They were picking up some pretty vital kills, and then just either overextending, taking a bad route like the Tristana did that last fight, having to use her Buster Shot just to keep the Nocturne off her. That's something that would have really came in handy versus that Camille towards the end there. So I think IQ just played their team comp astoundingly, and How came up lacking. So let's see if we can get into the Discord. And hey, babe. Rihi,
Yo.
mind if I grab you?
What's that, sir?
Mind if I grab you?
Not at all.
And then, very nicely done, by the way. You guys played very well.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we're kind of coming together well. Getting
Yeah.
pretty clean here.
Oh yeah,
Feeling good.
Bungarud, that guy's a monster.
Yes, I know. I was like, this dude doesn't fucking play ranked ever, but like I swear,
He
just
he
pops
defi-
off all the time.
Yeah, he definitely had some showings in both those games on that
Oh,
Camille.
absolutely.
Winning-
Plays ARAM half the time, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude still just pops off every time we play a norm.
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go grab old Crow real quick.
Last 5 fights, so we should
Um,
probably hop up to general though.
Yeah, Crow, do you want to hop up to Team 3, please?
Sure.
Oh, they're doing that.
Yep.
All right, we have Old Crow and Rihi in here, captains of their respective teams. Rihi, how do you feel that series went for you?
Good. I mean, I think team played super well. I don't think I did anything personally spectacular. I think the team just played really good in general, cohesed really well. I think we've been just in general lately really clean, so it's been nice. I definitely don't feel like I have to be putting on any carry pants or anything. If anything, I just kind of sit back and watch them do stuff now.
always
You
feel,
know, so-
always kind of feels good as a captain. No,
yeah,
but
I'm
you-
just like, all right, they got it.
fair enough.
Have
Crow.
to take this in fate. So that was
Yeah, I saw that. I was surprised. Crow, how do you feel this series went?
Not great. we really aren't playing as a team. Um, it's really difficult. My energy is not. I am not a direct high energy commanding person. So having no shot caller and having me try and make the hard decisions without feedback from people is very difficult. I think we don't talk enough. I think sometimes there'll be games where we'll say 50 words between all of us, or at least a few of us. But uh, I think we gave ourselves a shot. Especially that second game. But I think they called the bluff on the Camille not going to second round, and we thought that, or top laner thought that maybe the Camille wasn't the problem. Then the Camille kind of just ran over us both games, so it was a great performance by him. But yeah, we're just not playing as a team at all, and we don't know when to fight and when not to fight, and it's very difficult. But we played one of the best teams in the league, and we had a shot of winning. So I think that's all we can ask for.
Yeah, I think
Thanks,
that's
man.
I think that's a good compliment towards Rihi, and I think that's a accurate statement. You just gotta try. Like as long as you try, like you can hold your head up high and.
Yeah, you guys were doing good. Tom was,
Mhm.
that guy's just nutty. The Bone Grid, the top laner. So we, on red side, I think this is just a good thing in general. Is if you pick like a solo lane and then double ban,
Yeah.
tough matchups. I think it's lets you almost get favorable matchups on both solo lanes if you're red side if you're trying to.
Yeah. Do you guys got anything? 1 second. Jesus Christ. Love living on a highway.
Right.
Do you guys have anything to say to each other?
Just great games, man. Really
Yeah.
fun matches. Fun playing
games.
against you in mid. You did well.
No, thank you. I'm a little out of practice, but
I mean,
I
you guys were
appreciate the compliment.
you guys were kind of putting me in my place with the Viego Vi combo. So.
Yeah,
that was kind
that
of
felt
a
pretty good,
gang
but-
up.
Yeah.
Um,
So, yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thanks.
Good job by not having trying to play through yourself and trusting your teammates. That's super cool to see.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
got. Yep, it's important.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for playing, guys. It was
Thanks
fun
for
match.
casting, man.
Yeah, of course. I will say something happened with the earlier stream. I must have accidentally shut off the stream or something. So the first draft isn't in there, but I did get all the
no.
gameplay. So that's my
Yeah,
bad.
that's no worries.
Well, it happens.
So
Appreciate
sorry
it.
about that, but thanks for letting me
Mhm.
cast, guys.
no worries.
It was really exciting, really fun to watch. And GG's.
Thank you, man.
All right, have a good one,
GG,
guys.
Charlie.
Yep. GG.
All right, and there you have it. That's IQ versus Hal. 2-0 over the side of IQ. Hal putting up a good early game fight in both games, but kind of falling off into mid game, and I hope that they can just find their tempo. Find what they want to do and find how to make it work. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.